Tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world after water. Many ancient civilizations claim tea has many tremendous health benefits, and till date, many people, especially East Asians, swear by it. True enough, scientific evidence indicates that green tea is indeed beneficial to health, and many of the components of tea have specific health-promoting effects. Today, I will discuss about 5 benefits of green tea and, if any, its adverse effects. Hi, my name is William and I share science-based evidences on products, claims, and effective methods related to health and beauty concerns, so you can make an informed buying power. If you are new to my channel, do consider subscribing as I upload new videos on Fridays, and click on the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Also, do follow me on Instagram and Facebook page for more contents that I wouldn't post here on YouTube. When available, links to cited articles are provided in the description below. To produce green tea, freshly harvested leaves are immediately steamed to prevent fermentation, yielding a dry, stable product. This steaming process destroys the enzymes responsible for breaking down the color pigments in the leaves and allows the tea to maintain its green color during the subsequent rolling and drying processes. These processes preserve natural polyphenols with respect to the health-promoting properties. Polyphenols are a category of compounds naturally found in plant foods. They can act as antioxidants, meaning they can neutralize harmful free radicals that would otherwise damage your cells and increase your risk of conditions like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Polyphenols are also thought to reduce inflammation, which is thought to be the root cause of many chronic illnesses. The main polyphenols derived from green tea is epigallocatechins triglycerate, or EGCG. EGCG has been tested for its antiviral activity against several viruses and found to be a potential treatment option over synthetic chemical drug. It is recognized as a multifunctional bioactive molecule exhibiting anti-tumorigenic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antioxidative, and anti-proliferative properties in addition to its antiviral effects. Much attention has been paid for the anti-cancer activity of green tea and tea catechins with animal and cell experiments. In the 1993 EGCG were reported to inhibit the adhesion of cancer cells to endothelial cell layers. It was also found that EGCG prevented cancer cells from attaching to 2 components of endothelial basement membrane. These findings suggested green tea to have an anti-metastatic effect, meaning it prevents cancer cells from spreading. Indeed, green tea infusion was found effective at preventing cancer cell metastasis using animal and tissue culture study. Animal and test tube cell studies have suggested some positive impacts on the following types of cancer too, namely breast, bladder, ovarian, bowel, throat, lung, prostate, skin, and stomach. However, a 2020 database review of epidemiological and experimental studies in humans produced inconsistent results as well as limited evidence of the benefit of green tea consumption for lowering the risk of cancer. Nonetheless, when comparing the population with the highest intake of green tea with the lowest, it was found a lower overall cancer incidence. The researchers assessed 142 completed studies including 1.1 million participants. In another 2018 review of in vitro, in vivo, and human studies demonstrated the potential benefits of tea polyphenols in the chemo prevention of UVB-induced skin cancer. Topical application of green tea polyphenols extracts may have a role in protecting the skin from UVB radiation due to the role of tea polyphenols in DNA repair, inflammation, oxidative stress, signaling pathways, and epigenetics. According to ancient Chinese medical doctors, long-term drinking of green tea would result in a lean body by removing body fat. Evidence has accumulated to show that the ingestion of green tea and tea catechins leads to a reduction in body fat as described in recent reviews. It was found that catechins in green tea and caffeine may have a role in increasing energy metabolism, which may lead to weight loss. A further meta-analysis of several different tea polyphenols induced weight loss mechanisms suggested that catechins and caffeine synergistically produced weight loss effects, as opposed to them being the result of caffeine alone. In healthy men supplemented with green tea extract containing 250 mg EGCG and 150 mg of caffeine, energy expenditure increased significantly by 4% compared with caffeine alone, and fat oxidation was 41% for green tea compared with 33% for caffeine alone. As promising as this may sound, some human trials have delivered negative results, and interestingly, moderating factors were recognized as caffeine tolerance and ethnicity. It was found that individuals who consume high amounts of caffeine daily, then their body will be less sensitive to EGCG stimulating effects, likely resulting in lower rates of thermogenesis and fat oxidation of that individuals. Whereas Caucasian ethnicity, in addition to high regular caffeine intake, both negatively moderated the weight loss effects when compared to Asian ethnicity and low regular caffeine intake. Ethnicity is a factor due to the enzyme-related nature through its tea polyphenols induce weight loss, as ethnicities vary in certain enzyme activity in the gut. In conclusion, EGCG in green tea and other polyphenols in dark teas all exhibit measurable weight loss properties in a large majority of studies. In experiments using rat liver cells, EGCG was shown to mimic the cellular effects of insulin, inducing the reductive effect of the gene expression of these gluconeogenic or glucose-producing enzymes. Insulin is known to reduce this protein expression too. Therefore, EGCG has an insulin mimetic property in this sense. Some studies have suggested a lower risk of type 2 diabetes in people who drink green tea than in those who consume no tea. One review of 17 randomized controlled trials found a correlation between green tea consumption and decreased fasting glucose and fasting insulin levels. Green tea consumption significantly reduced the fasting glucose and hemoglobin A1C or HbA1c concentrations by 0.01 millimole per liter and 0.3% respectively. A 2006 study suggested that green tea consumption is associated with reduced mortality due to cardiovascular disease. The 11-year study followed 40,530 Japanese participants aged 40 to 79 without history of stroke, coronary heart disease, or cancer at baseline. It was found that the participants who drank at least 5 cups of green tea per day had a reduced risk of mortality due to cardiovascular disease. These findings were further supported by a 2016 meta-analysis of research into green tea and cardiovascular disease. A total of 9 studies involving 259,267 individuals were included in the analysis. The researchers concluded that the consumption of green tea was associated with favorable outcomes regarding the risk of cardiovascular and ischemic-related diseases. Separate reviews from 2017 and 2019 also found that polyphenols in green tea may lower blood pressure, decrease inflammation, and improve epithelial function, which can help reduce heart disease risk in people with excess weight or obesity. Green tea seemed to also lower cholesterol levels and stroke risk. A 2011 review found that consuming green tea, either as a beverage or in capsule form, was linked to significant but modest reductions in total low-density lipoprotein cholesterol. Drinking green tea or coffee regularly seems to be associated with a reduced risk of stroke. An American Heart Association study stated that the inclusion of green tea in a person's daily diet may be associated with a small but positive change in stroke risk. Now, let's look on green tea benefits on the brain. A 2014 double-blind study found that green tea could be promising in treating cognitive impairments associated with neuropsychiatric conditions such as dementia. 12 healthy volunteers received a milk whey-based soft drink containing 27.5 grams of green tea extract, or a milk whey-based soft drink without green tea as control substance while undergoing functional magnetic resonance imaging. Working memory effect on effective connectivity between frontal and parietal brain regions was evaluated using dynamic causal modeling. It was found that green tea extract increased the working memory-induced modulation of connectivity from the right superior parietal lobule to the middle frontal gyrus. Notably, the magnitude of green tea-induced increased in parietal frontal connectivity positively correlated with improvement in task performance. Both green tea and black tea polyphenols have been reported to exhibit antiviral activities against various viruses, especially positive sense single-stranded RNA viruses, including, believe it or not, the current global virus. There's a reason why I can't mention the name because I had received a strike by YouTube once, but hey, I'm sharing this for educational purposes only. Japanese scientists observed that EGCG caused a significant reduction in the viral titer, which eventually reduced below the detectable range. Among various tea extracts, the black tea extract showed the highest effect. Tea extract strongly inactivated the virus and prevented it from damaging cells. I have provided the study in the description below for anyone who would like to read further. In healthy adults, there are few known side effects associated even with a very high dietary amount of green tea. However, the following risks and complications are important to note. Caffeine sensitivity. People with severe caffeine sensitivities could experience insomnia, anxiety, irritability, nausea, or an upset stomach after drinking green tea. Liver damage. Although rare, consuming a high concentration of green tea extract may negatively impact liver health in rare cases. The majority of research has suggested that the rare cases of liver injury from green tea extract consumption are idiosyncratic reactions, meaning the adverse reactions cannot be explained, do not occur at any dose in most patients, and develop mostly unpredictably in susceptible individuals only. Reviews of these instances have also not been able to conclude direct casualties. There is also a possibility involvement of potential liver toxic agents such as endosulfane, an inexpensive pesticide that builds up in the environment extensively used in some green tea plantations, was not conclusively ruled out. Therefore, the sourcing of green tea for its extracts are important too. A rule of thumb is to not exceed 1000 mg of green tea extract in combination with other supplements that contain green tea daily. And finally, other stimulants. If a person consumes green tea alongside stimulant drugs, it could increase their blood pressure and heart rate. If you are not a tea drinker concerned of high caffeine intake, or if you are just finding for a clean, high-quality green tea extract, I have just the right thing for you. Tegreen 97 from Pharmanex is a proprietary, highly concentrated extract of EGCG found in green tea. As one of the most potent antioxidant supplements on the market, Tegreen 97 has a 97 polyphenol content, 65% of which are catechins. Each capsule contains the catechin equivalent to approximately 7 cups of green tea and is 99.5% caffeine-free. A study by UCLA compared the effects of plasma antioxidant activity after consuming Tegreen 97 green tea or black tea, found that Tegreen 97 was shown to be more bioavailable than drinking green or black tea and increased plasma antioxidant capacity more effectively, which means increasing the amount of time they stay in the body, hence having a better potential to protect our body in comparison to drinking tea alone. If you are interested to make a purchase, do check out my site link in the description below. I've also provided a free sign-up link according to your country. Once you have signed up, you are now entitled for a discount up to 30% off your purchase. Do not worry by purchasing through the link. There are no extra charges to you, but it will be of great help to support me. And for those who would like to read more information about it, the product information page links are in the description below. If your country is not listed below or if you have any inquiries, do send me an email or slide me a DM on Instagram and I'll be happy to help you. See you all next time. Bye bye!